Let's get to Candy Green. What's good? You a little late to the party. Uh,
Sorry, I had some work to do.
I know. I told him you was gonna be a little late. So I don't know. Have you heard anything? Because I can give you a quick breakdown if you didn't. Uh, we got some yes, we got some no. We got some people saying that even if the song is secular, I can take it as being a righteous song. So therefore, it's nothing wrong with that. We even got people in the chat saying, if you could turn secular to gospel, why can't you turn gospel to secular? It's nothing wrong with that. We have a couple of people even mentioning the fact that she brought a Bible verse up, Charlie Beats, and she said that we shouldn't be like the scribes and the Pharisees out here standing over people, trying to tell people you can't do this, you can't do that. So first and foremost, introduce yourself to the people. Let us know your position, and if you want to comment on anything you heard so far.
So my name is Kenneth Green. 30 years old, living in California with my family. My stance is I believe that Christians should not listen to secular music. One thing that I do know about music is that it does come with a frequency. So, for example, I know a DJ, right? And a DJ, he says that if he wants to go home early, he'll play these three songs in a row and he'll get people to fight. He'll play something like Nucky V Bug, like three songs in a row. Somebody will start fighting in the crowd and he'll go home because certain songs promote certain frequencies that could promote certain emotions out of people. So the thing is, if you listen to secular music by definition is non-religious music. So if you want to play, like, why play with fire? That's
So let me ask you a question. Someone in the comment section said, and I'm gonna give him a little bit of time to kind of dialogue with him for a little bit, y'all, because it's only fair. He had to work,
No,
so I want to give him some time to make his points.
I just
Somebody said, "Why is so much?" Go ahead, Ba.
no. Can you hear me? I just want to know. Can I be heard?
Yes, you
yeah.
can.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Somebody.
And then when you done talking to that brother, I would like to say something though. When you guys are finished.
All right. So Ashanti, I'm gonna Ba wants to say something, then I'll go to you. Okay, that's fine. All right. So someone said, "Why is so much energy being invested into Beyonce? Why does it even matter?"
That's to Beyonce specifically.
That's
Uh,
that's for that's
Why?
for you to answer, sis Christina, because you put this together.
To me, it didn't even have to be Beyonce. It could have been
Okay.
Jay Z. Still the same
I'll
situation.
be honest with me, I don't even pay attention to Beyonce. I don't even know what's going on with her. I just honestly like like John 6:33. I keep my eyes on the kingdom of God and I seek His righteousness, and everything else will be provided to me. So I know that that's not something I want to get into. Listen to Beyonce. She doesn't promote anything that'll get me closer to God. So I don't have to pay attention to Beyonce. But since we're talking about Beyonce and secular music, I'll say how I stand on it.
Okay, so when we put anytime, just to point this out, I made it very clear. I don't like to give my opinion on a show, only because I want it to stay fair. I don't want to be biased. It's people on here that's saying yes. It's people on here saying no. I'm not about to come on here and say, well, I do this, and then if I do anything, oh, well, you gave him 30 seconds more because you agree. And I made this very clear on the conference call. Do not ask my opinion on this show because I'm not going to come off like I'm biased. I'm not doing that. I got to be fair to everybody on here, whether I agree or disagree. Now, as far as the show goes, I love bringing my people together. So, with that being said, thank you everybody for coming on. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate you guys. But BA, go on here. It's you.
I thought you and the brother. Okay, let me just say this. Now I hear your words, brother, and I hear what you said. But what's really disturbing, not you in particular. It's the brother you said that when he's ready to go home, he plays in particular certain songs that he knows is gonna start a fight, type of riot. That's disturbing if someone's intentionally doing something like that. Very. So the thing is that yes, are there people who are gonna fall subject and be victimized by those emotions and those spirits and those songs? Of course. But there's people like such as myself. I go speak for myself. Look, if you book, I remember that came out. I was in high school still. I remember that song. I remember that song by Lil Jon. B.I.B.I.
Yeah.
We was out here. We call them house parties and we call them functions. They used to play all the time.
Yeah.
You had people who used to act a fool that came on. When they came on, I would just sit back and be cool, just sit back and just watch. Influence me to do nothing. So
Yes.
I understand your point, bro. And I'm not coming back because I understand that we had different perspectives, we had different views, and our eyes see different things, and we understand different things. You know what I'm saying? So you as a brother who believes in Christ, I rock with Christ all day, JC, Jesus Christ, I rocks. I don't politic over pronunciation or a name. It's a transliteration. But overall, just because I choose to listen to certain types of genres of music does not mean that music going to influence me to act a fool or cause to be a menace to society. Because like I said earlier, I'm a father. I have children. So I do tap in and hear what they're listening to. Me, I'm an artist. I got music out on Spotify, whatever, all over the internet. A lot of my music is critiquing the social structure. But you know what a lot of Israelites tell me? My music is not truth music. I don't use the word nigga in my lyrics. I don't curse in my lyrics. All I do is talk about the social structure and how we provoke people to get better by coming to the Most High. I talk about having love for the poor, revolution. And do you know that Israelites still tell me that my music is not Israelite music? It ain't truth music. Ain't that something? And then you got hold on, and you got Christians. You got Christians who tell me my music ain't Christian enough. But you want to tell them, you want to know who the people who tell me that my music is hot? People who are not even identified by religion or God. So
You
when
like
the
that.
person who's in darkness, who don't believe, if you tells me my music motivate them to find out or to seek out the Most High, then that's my payment. All praise to the Most High. But the pious and the religious and the so-called elect and the so-called Christian and whoever we personify to call ourselves sit back and tell me my religion, my music ain't righteous. The hell with you. I'm not rocking with you.
All right. Somebody is hot up in here, hot like hot sauce. So, let's get to Ashanti, and then of course we got to get back to Avanesia. So, Ashanti, Doc, you want to respond to anything? And then, real quick before you respond,
I feel like
we're getting ready to go into the Q&A. The link is in the chat, you guys. We always do Q&A. We already at the hour, almost an hour and a half mark. I need you guys to hit the link. If you guys want to ask any of these people some questions, I see y'all in the comment section lighting it up. So y'all need to hit that link, come up, put the person name you're directing this question to, and then ask them the question. So y'all go ahead, stop being shy, hit that link. Go ahead, Shanti, Dr. Floyd.
Sis Christina, I just want in my sister's defense, when she mentioned earlier about you being the reason for the topic, she wasn't saying that you were imposing she wasn't asking you for you to reveal what your stance is. She was saying you're the host and the topic of the show is regarding Beyonce. And that's why that question particularly would be directed at you. I just wanted to, because I picked up what she was putting down. So that's all.
No. I understand what you're saying, but this is a thing. It can be interpreted that way. See, you didn't make it to the conference call, so you don't know. On the conference call, I said why I am doing this, and it was interpreted that I was giving my opinion. So that's why I decided not to let this play out a second time. But you didn't make it to the conference call, so you don't know. So that's why I said I'm not even going to go into why I did it. I prefer just to let my guests speak. That's why I've been dropping my camera. I want it to be about you guys, not about me. So we can move on from that, though. But go ahead, Shanti, Dr.
Yeah, real quick. I know we in the English who speak English, we understand there's idioms. Idioms are words and phrases that are used, but they're not to be taken literal when we hear them in a sentence. So a lot of this stuff we're interpreting, like Alicia said, people are interpreting things the way they want to. So that's good to keep in mind. Quick question. Are any of you all here married besides Sister Christina?
I'm married.
Brother Kenny Green. Okay, Solemn Prophet, you're married, and Kenny Green. Anybody else married or no? Okay. I'm married, and my husband sings songs to me. He doesn't sing gospel songs to me. He sings songs of love and praise and thankfulness to me. That would be considered secular music. However, I don't think anything is awry with that because he's showing my love for me. If somebody says that's not edifying or uplifting just because he's not praising a deity, he's praising me. There's nothing wrong with praising me. There's nothing wrong with praising one another, especially if they're good to you. They do right by you. They have your best interest at heart, right? My husband sings songs to me countless times a week, and I'm grateful for that, and I'm thankful for that. So that's just something to keep in mind. And then when Brother Kenny Green, you said a DJ plays 3 songs at the end of the club session to spark something up. Keep in mind that he knows, or he or she, right, that DJ, they know what somebody already comes to the club with, their attitude, their demeanor, their heart, their spirit. They already know. So these things exist. These things exist already in a person. So if the music came on or not, you know, does the music help that? Sometimes. Sometimes it does not. I definitely used to be out rapping. I still go out. I don't rap, but I do, you know, as you've seen in my avatar, we opened up for Lil Flip. This was last year. My husband did, but I was the yes person, right? The hype person, right? So things can happen in the club, whether there's gospel music played or not. There's a rapper out here, and I'll close it with this. There's a rapper out here named Seven. You guys know him probably from Hog Mob. Seven is from Sacramento, Oak Park, down the street and around the corner. He was in the clubs, the regular clubs. He was doing street music and gospel music. When he does gospel music, he uses the N-word a lot still, right? He's in the club doing these things, right? And guess what? The last night before this club that he rapped at got shut down, right? Because me and my husband were at that club, and my husband was rapping that night. Seven performed that night. I believe he performed the gospel song, right? The promoter got shot that night.
Yeah.
People come with an attitude. They come with a demeanor. They come with an element that they're already ready to go somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Regardless of the music. And nothing was happening that night that warranted that. The person just got in their emotions because they saw someone they did not like. So I just want to make that clear. So we are to understand that these things are already existing inside of people. And then sometimes they say, oh, they finally made a song about that. Well, I got an anthem now, you know. So it's just up to everybody's discretion. And I just don't want to impose my will on people. This is a whosoever will thing. And each deity that we serve gives each person or humanity a choice to make. And it's up to each of that person, or it's up to each individual to make a beneficial choice and use their own discretion. I'll wrap it up there.
All right, so we got a guest up, Kenny Green. I'm gonna let you respond because everybody was kind of like coming at you. I'm gonna let you respond to everything.
And I want to say something also.
So we got a guest. Hold on. We got a guest, so we gotta let the guest ask a question because this is a Q&A, and then I'm gonna let y'all get y'all closing and all that. But we gotta get to the guest. So go ahead, Sandra. It's